When we first learn guitar, we equate the names of the chords with the shapes, right? That's a G. That's an F. But the shape doesn't necessarily mean that's the name of the chord, because you could take that F, move it up to, that's G as well. This is a quick little lesson. I'm just going to show you why chords are named what they are, how to identify them by the root notes. It's usually the bass note. And I'm going to show you, just in the cowboy chords, the open chords, we're going to go A through G and show you, and I'll show you where the name, each note that names that chord, where they are, because they're duplicated in the chord, not just the bass note, but you might have it one or two more times in the chord. And if you want a free PDF that has all these mapped out for you to use as reference, you can get that at MyPOVGuitar.com. I'll have a link in the description and in the comments. My name is Brandon. This is MyPOVGuitar. I help you learn the guitar from the player's point of view. This makes things easier. Let's get down to it, and let's talk about why these chords are named what they are. So most of the time, especially with your major open chords, your bass notes are pretty much going to name the chord. That's a G note. So that's a G major. That's a G minor. It still starts with that G. There are exceptions to this, but that's a fast way to identify what chord is going on. We're going to run through A through G, and I'm just going to show you where like with A, where it's duplicated, how many A's there are in that A major, and just so you can kind of be aware. And then I'll have a reference guide that you can get at MyPOVGuitar. Okay, so like the 3-finger A major, you strum from the 5th down. Well, the 5th string open is an A, so it names it right there. Your middle finger, that's another A. So you have octaves, so it's repeated. Same thing for the 1 finger. It's the same chord, you're just pressing those 3 down with 1. But the 5th string and the 3rd string are your A's. And then you have other notes that are not A that make up a major chord. Okay, B, I'm just going to do B7 because we haven't learned bar chords yet. First note, that's your bass note. That's a B. And then on that B7, you strum that 2nd string open. That's B. C. There you go. And then your ring finger. Your ring finger and then your pointer, index finger. Those are your octaves. Those are both C notes. So it's duplicated in the C major chord. D major. You strum from the 4th string down. 4th string's tuned to a D. And then your ring finger. There's your other D. E major. Top string tuned to an E. You have 3 E's in an E major. Top string open. Ring finger on the 4th string. And your 1st string is tuned the same as your 6th string, so you have 2 E's. High E, low E, and then that middle E. F. It's under the C there. F. It's your bass note on that chord. It's an F note. Kind of like the C, your index finger, you're pressing 2 strings down with that And on that first string, that's another F. So there's your octaves there. F. G. G, you have 3 Gs. Your bass note. The third string open. And then the first string, if you're playing just a 3-finger G. So your major chords are named usually from the bass note of that chord, and they'll usually be duplicated. The reason this is important to know is as you get more familiar with the first 3 frets in the open position, and you know that, that's a D, not because of that shape necessarily, but because I start here. And that's a D note, and you know that from tuning your guitar. Every average dad gets better. Eventually, dad, you know that's a note. It helps you kind of learn the neck by proxy, right? You're starting to learn that's a D note, too. And then once you start going up the neck, you can start to just go up the alphabet, D, E, F. But if you know where you are here, then it just builds and it just goes up the alphabet. It's just a trick to kind of help you learn the neck. Guys, I invite you to go to MyPOVGuitar.com. Check out that free PDF at the link below and just have that as a reference. And until then, we'll see you in the next lesson.